Wow, it's been an amazing, it's 30 years now, the 3 decades, and over the 3 decades I've been asking myself, what am I going to do for my birthday this year? And so I've just been putting pen to paper, and I thought, look, let me just say 5. I wanted to do 30 initially, but I think I'm going to do 5 pillars or 5 lessons that I've learned over the last 5 years. Not 5 years really, 30 years, but then it's not everything I've learned, but I call them pillars because I think they're key. Even with my growth with God and family, I found these values so important, or these pillars so important over the years. And yeah, I just thought of sharing them today, and maybe it might help someone, maybe it might motivate someone, I don't know, but then I just wrote it down and I thought, look, why not? So I'm going to share 5 key pillars that I've learned over the 30 years. They're not the only pillars, but they're going to help you achieve a lot of things. Pillar number 1, honor. Honor will open doors for you that your qualifications will never open. Honor will take you places where your education, where your family, where your influence will never take you. I've come to understand that who you honor, how you honor, opens doors for you. Honor your parents, honor your friends, honor anyone influential. The Bible says give honor to who honor is due. I think the greatest challenge in our generation is we don't honor as much as we ought to. We befriend people we're supposed to honor. We don't understand the concept of honor. Honor can open a lot of doors. Honor can honor has just done so amazing things for me. I'm telling you, I'm here where I am today just because of honor. Honor those that matter. I can't emphasize this more than, honor your parents, honor your father. By honoring them, you elevate yourself. You open doors that nothing else could have opened. Not your qualifications, not your friends, not your connections, not your money. Honor has got a thing of taking you to places where you will never go with anything else. That's pillar number 1. I am where I am today because of honor. Pillar number 2, I call it the be there concept, or be available concept. Be found in places where God is found. It doesn't matter where it is, just be available for God. It doesn't matter cleaning chairs in church. It doesn't mean sweeping. It might be a church bride. It might be a prayer for your family. It's just the be there concept. Just be there. Be in places where God is found. Be in places where anything concerning God, anything important pertaining to God is found. It's the be there concept. Be available concept. Be available for God. It doesn't matter how small the task is. Be available. I found myself serving in church because I was basically available for everything. When they needed someone to do anything with, I'm just available. If they're going to have a church program, I'm available. It doesn't matter. It's an online program. It doesn't matter if it's the actual being there. Just be there. That's a powerful concept that I've learned over the years. Be in places where God is found. Eventually, you will meet up with God. Eventually, you and God are going to collide. And once that happens, it's uphill from there. You and God are going to collide at some point. Be there constantly. Be available for Him. Don't spend your time in places where God is not found. Make time for Him. Be available, and eventually at some point, God is going to dial your number. And at some point, you and God are going to have a conversation. And at that point, your life is going to turn around. So that's point number 2. Be there concept. Pillar number 3 is more similar to pillar number 2. Be intentional with God. You're intentional about your girlfriend, you're intentional about your boyfriend, you're intentional about your schoolwork. Be intentional with God. The same way your girlfriend, the same way your boyfriend, the same way your wife, your husband doesn't want to be stood up, is the same way God doesn't want to be stood up. When you make an appointment with God, be intentional. Be there on time. God, me and you are meeting up for prayer at 11 a.m. God is going to be on time. Be intentional with God. Never take God for granted, you know. Many of us, you know, we're not intentional about God. We're not intentional about knowing Him. We're not intentional about reading the Bible. But when critical times in our lives come, when we want to choose our life partner, when we want to choose who we're supposed to be with, when we have critical decisions, our jobs, we want to take big decisions, we seek God. But yet all this time, we're not intentional about it. Be intentional about it. Read a Bible verse each day. Read 2 paragraphs. Read the whole Bible. You've got 365 days to read the Bible. Read it. Read it the next year. Do it as a lifestyle. Point number 3, be intentional about God always. Never forget that. Be intentional about Him. Pursue Him. Show Him you want Him. Be desperate about Him. And everything will line up. Pillar number 4, I call it ruthless commitment. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Maybe your church life, your relationship with God, your relationship with your wife, your relationship with your boyfriend, your schoolwork. Point number 4 is ruthless commitment. When I say ruthless commitment, I'm saying go all out. Don't go half-heartedly in anything. If you're going to do it, you're doing it. If you're not going to do it, you're not going to do it. Moses says, if you're not going to go with us, then don't go. I'm not going anywhere. You have to be ruthless in everything that you do. Be ruthless, whether it's your relationship, kill her, destroy him with love. Go all out. Call him every day. Call him every second. Just go out. Be ruthless about everything. If it's God, pursue him with everything that you have. Your heart, your might, your strength. Go all out. That's a key thing. If you're going to do something, be ruthless about it. If you're loving, be ruthless about it. If you're pursuing something, be ruthless about it. Close your eyes on all distractions and go for it. That's pillar number 4. I do everything wholeheartedly. I don't do half in and I don't do half out. It's either everything or nothing at all. And finally, the last pillar, sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. The book is coming out soon, Understanding Godly Sacrifice. But today I want you to understand not just any godly sacrifice. I want you to understand every bit of sacrifice. As long as you're on earth, as long as you're here, there are sacrifices that you need to make. You need to sacrifice your sleep. You need to sacrifice your friends. You need to sacrifice so many things to achieve anything. Until you sacrifice on this earth, there's no growth, there's no development. This theory that comes from I hear a lot of people say, if it's mine, it will come to me. Nothing will come to you, sweetie. Nothing is going to come to you. It's either you go for it or nothing. There's nothing that's meant to be yours in this earth. It's the sacrifice determines value. You can always tell what someone values by the level of sacrifice they're willing to put. There is no other measure for value on this earth. Never be fooled. Their actions, student's companion, actions speak louder than words. Your sacrifice will always determine your value. So these are the 5 pillars. They're not everything, but these are the 5 key pillars that have built me to where I am. There's so many pillars. I wanted to do 30, but hopefully I'll do them maybe when I'm 40 and then I'll do 40 pillars. But sacrifice is key to everything. You need to be willing to lose something. You need to be willing to let go of something for your growth, for your development, for your family, for your upliftment. So yeah, it's been a good 30 years. I thank God for all the 30 years. I thank God for the blessings. So yeah, this is my gift to you on my birthday. 5 key pillars that you need to understand about life. And hopefully, you might be stable and grow to be someone of influence in this world. From me, Simba, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. God bless you. And may 2021 be the year for you.
To love.